Hello! Hello and welcome to another Scottish Car Enthusiasts on the Driveway. And in this video I'm going to show you how to do a simple, effective, tidy up modification to these rusty brake calipers. So in this video I'm going to show you how we're going to go about doing this. So first up, you're going to need a little box for like your wheel bolts. You're going to need a wheel brace to remove the wheel nuts. You'll need a tin of hammerite paint. This can be any colour of your choice. So this is hammered silver, keeping with the colour of this car, which is silver. You're going to need some brake and clutch cleaner. You're going to need a paintbrush, and I'd also just advise getting a cup. A mug you're not going to use, fill it up with some turps or white spirit, so you can be able to clean the brush between doing the calipers. And you'll need a trolley jack, and I've just brought out an old alloy that I have that I'm going to just put under the car. You can also use axle stands, but I don't actually have axle stands. But I've done this a few times now. I'm just going to use just an alloy. So the first step is to remove your wheel bolts, and you also need your lock and wheel nut key. So first step is remove your bolts and put them in your box like so. Now the next part is, sorry, I should have said, you actually loosen your wheel bolts. I usually just take the lock and wheel nut off first, but just loosen off all the other bolts, and then it's time to jack up your car, as Mighty Car Mods would say. Now when using a trolley jack, I wouldn't suggest using it here, because this is like a sort of plastic. So what I tend to do with the trolley jack is I'm looking for this bit under here. You can see it. I'd suggest, see my hand, jacking up here under the car, nice and solid, and jack it up from there. So let's jack up the car. You just really want to get the wheel just off the ground slightly till you in. I think that will do. So the next step is just to take off your remaining wheel nuts. You can just use your brace for this. That's the wheel beginning to come away now. So I'm just going to take still there, and just get ready to take the last one out. Just support it when it comes off. So now just place your alloy wheel just under the disc, and you can sort of see the state that this one's in. Now I've done the passenger one just not that long ago, and I think the passenger one was, the caliper was in better condition than this. It looked a lot newer, so I'm guessing this is the original caliper, so we'll just go ahead and give it a clean. So just take your brake cleaner, just give it a nice dousing. Cleaner, there we go. And these are safe to use on the brakes. So if you get a wee bit on the discs, it's not going to affect the braking performance. Whatever you do, never put WD-40 on your discs, or clean your brakes with WD-40, because you could be asking for a lot of trouble there. So the next stage is we'll just let this dry off a wee bit and we'll start to paint it. What to mention before you paint it, just give it a wee scrub over with a scouring pad or a wire brush. So we're just going to start with a painting process. So as I said, you can use like special brake caliper paint, but I've found in the past that hammerite paint's just as good. So I'm just painting here. It's not going to be show worthy, but if you look at it just to tidy up these rusty brakes, when there's no harm in just slapping a wee slap of hammerite on it. Now originally I was going to do these blue, but unfortunately when I came to find the blue paint, when I disturbed it a couple of weeks ago to see if I could use it, it had formed a hard skin on it, and what had happened was I took a tent peg to break through the hard skin and pierced a hole in the bottom of the tin. And I found out yesterday when I came to get my paint out in preparation of this. So I decided I had another look to see what I had in the shed, and I had black, which didn't have a very lot, and I had silver. And I think the last car I painted with calipers was my, this is going to sound daft, I think it was my Kia Ceed, so that's going back 3-4 years ago. And I'm amazed that this paint's actually survived. Anyhow, I shall come back shortly with a further step. So that's the first coat done, and it's not looking too bad, to be quite honest. I could take a second coat, will give it a wee bit a better look, but I'm quite happy with how it's looking now. When it comes to doing like the back calipers, you can sort of paint this wee hub around the edge of a disc to make it go to match the colour of the car, but never paint the disc. I think these back discs are going to get an upgrade shortly, I think, but never paint the discs. It's okay if you get a couple of these spots on it, it'll rub off with the pads when the brakes are applied. But this is my next job later on in the day. And another top tip is when you've got the tyre off or the wheel off the car, just have a look. This has happened to me in the past a couple of times. Just check the condition of the tyre. If you've got any punctures in it or nails in it, it could be causing a puncture. But this one looks a-okay, so that's a bonus. Put that back there. So this is after 2 coats now, and I think I'm just going to leave it at that. It's certainly an improvement over what was there before, or what looked like there before. So I'm happy with that. Now that the calipers back, calipers been painted, it's time to get the wheels back on. So top tip for me is I always start with a locker, just put down the bottom, and I go diagonally across. Just get them finger tight. And diagonally across there again to this one. Now that I've got the bolts finger tight, I'm just going to use the brace just to tighten them a wee bit more before I drop the jacks. So all bolts are on the car, so we're just going to lower the jack, the trolley jack. So just be careful when you do this, because the car will drop quite suddenly. Get the bolt on, and the jack will come out to me. Yeah. That's it, and just a wheel wrench now, and just give them a quick, because some of them are finger tight, you just want to give them a quick, just want to quickly do the hand tighten them like that, and just say I've done all 5 now. I just check the bolts again after approximately 50 miles or after a week. Just go around all your wheels again, give them a quick retighten. So, costs for this sort of modification, you're probably looking, if you've got the tools, materials, you're probably looking about a tenner for a tub of Hammerite paint, and maybe about £13 for the brake cleaner. So, but this little modification or cosmetic modification don't cost me the brake cleaner really, because I had all the other tools. So this one cost me £13, but I would say budget £25 for the paint and brake cleaner. You can use that in the standard car wheel brace. You can use the car's standard jack as well. If you've not done it before, if you've got a spare wheel, then I'd recommend just putting the spare wheel under the brakes, just in case the car does drop in, it's got something just to drop onto, not from a great height. Oh, and welcome to part 2 of this video that I intended not to do a part 2 of. This is just a simple wee recap, because my phone cut out for some reason, but did save the original video. But that's the car finished now, back on its wheels, and it's nice, tight, nice, subtle, cosmetic little touch you can do to tidy up the car if you've got like rusty brakes, calipers. So I'd just like to thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel at Scottish Car Enthusiasts Television for more videos on how to upgrade your car subtly, cheaply, and for videos on meets. We're also on Facebook at Scottish Car Enthusiasts and Instagram. as well. We'll do a daily cover competition, so get involved, show your cars off on the page, do traffic updates, memes, and we also photograph meets we've been to as well. But I just thought I'd just put this wee video out. Hope you enjoy it. I'm not a mechanic, so if you're not comfortable working around braking systems or jacking up cars comfortably, either seek the help of a mechanic or speak to a friend who may be able to help you. But as I stated, I'm not a mechanic. I'm just an enthusiast that likes playing around with cars. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm rambling now, so I shall head off and catch you in a future video. Thank you. And shall we do an Ian Seabrook just as we fade this out?